Alright guys, welcome back to FreeCodeCamp. We're learning Introductory JavaScript by building a pyramid generator. And this is part of the JavaScript algorithms and data structures. Consider subscribing and liking the video if you do feel it's helpful. So now for step 38, it says now all numbers are appearing on the same line. This will not work for creating a pyramid. We will need to add a new line to each row, and we could do this by using the special escape sequence with the \n. So over here, just like this. So line 1 will be under line 2, or line 2 will be under line 1 in the console. So we're going to use an additional operator to concatenate a new line between the existing result value and a new added row value. So we're going to use an additional operator to create a new line between the existing result and the added row value. So we could do \n over here. Alright, plus. So we're going to do result plus parentheses \n plus row. And this basically makes it so it's under each other, not next to each other. So now step 39, it says printing numbers won't result in a visual appealing pyramid. So now we're going to format the content of our rows array. So instead of pushing I to the array, we're going to push the value of your character to the variable. So we could do something like this. Oh, we should do character over here. So instead of pushing the I, we're going to push character. So we have something like this now. So now that we have a series of the hashtag signs or characters, we're still going to build the pyramid shape, which is still missing. So now the I variable represents the row number for each loop, enabling us to craft a pyramid-like structure. To achieve this, we will need to use repeat method available to strings. This method accepts a number of arguments specifying the number of times of repeat the target string. For example, using repeat to generate the string code. Right here we can see the example. It basically repeats it 3 times, including the string before it. So we're going to use repeat method on the character and give the I for the number. So we're going to do character dot repeat and we're going to give I as the number over here. So now we have something like this. So now step 41, we are getting closer. At this point we have so our first index of our row array is 0, which is why you started your for loop at I equal to 0, but repeating a string 0 times results in nothing to print. So to fix this, we're going to add 1 to the value of I, so which we did already. Oh, value of I to our repeat method. So we do I plus 1. And we do not assign it back to I like we did in the previous code step. So something like this. So now step 42, we're going to be formatting this pyramid so we're going to be formatting it, and we're going to be using, so extract that code into a function. Function keyword tells the JavaScript the name variable is going to be a function. Parameter is going to be a value that represents a value that is passed into a function when it is used. A function may have as many or as few parameters as you like. Like a for loop, the space between the curly braces is a function body. So we're going to declare a pod row or pad row function, and we're not going to create any parameters. So we can start by doing that. So we're going to do const pad row is equal, or let's just use function instead of an arrow syntax. So we're going to do function pad row and then our parameters, which we're not going to be using any, and the function body should be empty. And it says to use camel casing, which is over here, like we see. Every new word except the first word will be capital, and it's going to be an empty body, something like this. Let's see if we could use an arrow syntax over here. So const pad row is equal to parameters arrow syntax, and would we be able to use that? Yes, we can. Oh, we can't because it just brought it back to what it was. So now step 43, it says in order to use a function, we need to call it. A function call tells your application to run the code from the function whenever you choose to call it. So we're gonna call our pad row function that we created in the last step on line 8. So we're gonna do pad row with the parenthesis, and this calls it. So now step 44, it says you are calling your pad row function, but not doing anything with the function call. So all functions in JavaScript return a value, which meaning that they are defined result of calling them. They provide the defined result of calling them for you to use elsewhere. So to see the result of calling your pad row function, declare a call variable and assign it to our existing pad row. So what we're gonna do is create a new variable, delete the call, and we're gonna declare a const call variable, and which is going to be equal to our pad row function, just like this. So now we're going to add a console log statement to print a value of our call variable. So we're going to do console.log call with our semicolon. So now step 46, it says your call variable has an undefined value even though you have defined it. This is because our pad row function does not currently return a value. So by default, functions return undefined as their value. So in order to return something, you need to use the word return. And here's an example. So we're going to use the return keyword in our body of our function to return the string hello. So we're going to do return hello. So now step 47 says when the value, alright, so this is hard coded. So we could define parameters, and parameters are special variables that give a value when you call the function. This we can make it dynamic. So here's the example of the demo function has a name parameter, and the name sounds like a useful parameter. So go ahead and add it to your pad row function. So inside the parameter of our function pad row, we're gonna call, or we're gonna define the name parameter, just like this. So now we're going to change our pad row function to return the name parameter directly instead of this hello. So we're going to delete the hello and we're going to type in name. So Now it says we're going to pass our own name as an argument for the name parameter in your pad roll call. So remember that the name is a string, so you'll need to add we would need to use quotes. So we could call YouTube, and now this will be dynamic. Whatever we put in here will use this function. So yeah, step 50 will be in my next video, and consider subscribing and liking the video if it was helpful. See you guys later.